He was not born into chaos. He was constructed of it. A spark given too much freedom, a fuse stretched across eternity, a grin etched into steel by hands that never understood what they unleashed. Ziggs was once a tinkerer, a fragment of curiosity in a war of machines, but now he is the hymn of detonations, a myth stitched together by laughter and fire. His arrival is never silent. Before he is seen, before even the sound of his voice crawls into the ears of the living, there is a vibration, the shudder of air as if the world itself holds its breath. Then a cackle sharp enough to splinter glass, echoing across blackened horizons. He does not step into reality so much as erupt into it, carried by his own inventions, each bomb a messenger that screams. He is here. Transformation is his nature. Every gear, every plate of his armor shivers like it has its own pulse. His goggles do not reflect light but devour it, glowing with the hunger of controlled combustion. His hands twitch not from fear but anticipation, as though each finger aches to ignite another catastrophe. Where he stands, rubble does not remain rubble, it becomes a new canvas, fragments rearranging themselves into designs only he understands, until the world is nothing but his experiment. The echo of war follows him like a hymn. Battles remember him even after they are erased from maps. Soldiers whisper of a figure bounding over craters, his bombs singing as they arc across blood-red skies. In their dreams, they hear him still, detonations timed with the beat of their hearts, laughter running along the edges of sleep. He has turned entire battlefields into graveyards of symmetry, each blast precise, as if drawn by an unseen hand. And there are always the witnesses. The liminal crowd is anyone who survives his passing. Some collapse in terror, convinced his laughter will never leave their skulls. Others marvel at the beauty of his chaos, the perfect curves of fire, the sculptures of shrapnel frozen mid-air. There are even zealots who chase after him, gathering fragments of unexploded devices, building shrines from the twisted remains of his art. For them, Ziggs is not a monster but a prophet of the new order, an order written in shockwaves. Then comes the rupture. Reality bends where he moves. Streets unravel like cloth, buildings ripple and collapse inward, and the very sky seems to warp, as if reluctant to contain the resonance of his craft. Bombs that should obey physics do not. They pause mid-flight, hover with impossible patience, then choose their targets with malicious precision. To Ziggs, destruction is not an accident but a language, one only he can read. The revelation is simple but merciless. Ziggs is not destruction given form. He is the laughter behind destruction, the truth that there is beauty in collapse. He is not the fire but the grin that survives it. Every bomb he hurls is not a weapon but a story, and every detonation is an ending written with absolute conviction. What he leaves behind is not ruin, but an echo, an impression burned into those who lived long enough to witness. The myth endures. Battlecast Ziggs cannot be killed, for his body is only half of him. The other half lives in every crater, every flicker of flame, every broken wall that still hums with the sound of his laughter. Cities may rebuild, but the resonance of his chaos lingers, waiting for the next spark. When the night is silent and the world seems whole, listen closely. Somewhere beneath the calm, a fuse is already burning. And when it ends, his voice will carry across the ash, mad, joyous, and eternal.